guys, Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. Today I wanted to talk about very briefly the declaration page and how the whole insurance policy is based off of that declaration page. That declaration page has so much information based on there. It's very, very important. And that's the first pages that a public adjuster needs to work with in determining the level and the type of insurance coverage you actually have. You know, on the declaration page, I just want to give you some things that are found on that page. One is, of course, your name, who the owner of the property is, or let's just say who's at the property. Because if there's a mortgage on it, we know that the mortgage company is actually the true owner. But, you know, we look at who the homeowner is. That would be you. Now, as I mentioned, the mortgage company. So the mortgage company's name and address and their loan number of that loan is on that declaration page. You actually have a lot of times the agency or the broker who sold the policy to the homeowner. His name and his contact information will be on there. You also have the time frame that the policy is in effect. So, you know, from let's say January 1st, 2019 to January 1st, 2020, it will be your time frame of with the policy. That's the duration of that policy. That is your coverages dates. You're covered from 1/1/2019 to 1/1/2020. That's how this policy is in effect for. Something else that you'll have on there is you have section 1 and you have section 2. Now, we don't deal with section 2. Section 2 are things about liability. Somebody is on your property and gets hurt and things like that. What we get involved with is section 1. Now, under section 1 has 4 line items. You have dwelling, other structures, personal property or contents, and loss of use. Those are your 4 sections under section 1. It's broken down into 4 other line areas. And those give us the different values of how your coverage will come into play. Something else that's found on your declaration page is your deductible. And if you only have a single deductible, that's fine. You may also have a second deductible. As I did a video not too long ago, I actually had a policy that had 3 different deductibles. But they were, and I don't recall if they were all on the same page. Some companies will put the deductibles together. Some companies do not. It will say all perils deductible or deductible all perils, and then it gives you the dollar value. A typical average deductible value that we see nowadays is $1,000. If you have something less than that, it's usually an older policy, and that's great if you do. You know, that's wonderful. But nowadays things are being written where 1,000 is your average, but we see many that are substantially higher. And, you know, when we talk to the homeowner, sometimes the homeowner tells us, well, this is because we have asked for a lower premium, you know, the annual premium. So with that, they say, well, we can do that if we give you a higher deductible. And what that higher deductible does then for the insurance company, the reason why they're willing to do that, you know what, I'll go into that in a different video. But so you have your deductible on there. There may be some endorsements and some exclusions may be on there, and that they would be important to see. If, as a matter of fact, they normally are. Now, sometimes it will have just some very lightly addressed, and then the next page will go into a lot of detail of, and it just goes into some of what your basic coverage is. The main part of the policy, that can be in upwards of 40 pages, believe it or not, are going to have things that would be endorsements. You're going to have things that are like definitions. You know, you have sections like that, the main body of the policy. That is the rest of those pages there to, as I say, to total upwards of 40 different pages. The declaration page is what you get every year. The main body of the policy, normally you're giving originally when you've purchased the insurance and they send you the insurance packet, and then that does not change. You know, in other words, they don't send you another one. What they will do along with the declaration page is, and sometimes on the declaration page, or it might be a separate supplement, will be, oh, we are now changing in sections of definitions, page 1, under section H of motor vehicle. Now they have redefined what the motor vehicle actually is compared to what they were saying it was before. So that, you know, you look for things like that. But the whole point is that declaration page is very, very important. And you guys, every time it comes to you once a year, you ought to really take a look at it. There's a lot of information on there and a lot of things that come back to haunt you if you don't look at and notice it when things first come to you. And I always see it, and they have it on there, usually on the back of one of the pages. The deck page can be anywhere from 1 to 3 pieces of pages. And usually on the back, they'll have something that'll say, listen, please read this over, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us. We'll be glad to answer all your questions. And it's right there printed for you. But they know, as they know so many things, is that most people don't really look at this thing, and you have no idea that that actually is even written on there. But they've covered themselves. Look, we've encouraged you to read this. Well, if you're not looking at it, you're not going to see that you've encouraged me, and I'm not going to really get the benefit of any of that. And as I say, they know that most people don't look at that declaration page. But I can look at it for you, your friendly public adjuster. I'll be glad to do it. And then I will explain to you just what your coverage is. And if I see something that's not adequate protection for you, or something that could be adverse against you, I'm going to let you know that and advise you of what type of action you should take. So guys, that's what declaration pages are. A lot of good information on there. I won't say it's going to be in your top 10 best reading materials, but so very important towards the protection of your home. Yeah, very, very important. Guys, Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. If you like what you heard to my page, I would very much appreciate all that support. Guys, thank you very much, and have yourselves a great day. God bless you.